Alright guys, I got a few bits of information to talk about today other than the top 10 sale. Number 1, I'm selling my Batcowl. Don't freak out, I priced it for $3,000. The reason why is because I literally need to pay bills for the rest of the year, and money's been hard in full-time Web3. So if you have the finances, you want my Batcowl, $3,000, that's just so I can buy one off the floor and pay my bills for the rest of the year. And yeah, if you want that, the link is in the description of this video. Share to people who might want to buy it. And yeah, let's get forward with the videos. Next on the agenda, we're going to be talking about the monthly sales data I compiled using the Batcowl Twitter bot that you can use to track every single Batcowl sale on the market. So what happens is that the Batcowl tweets about it, and then I take the data, manually put it inside my system, and use my algorithms to go ahead and check some important data from what I learned whenever I needed to be a crypto investor. So let's go ahead and look at this project so far, guys. So we have to compare them to the previous sales. We've had sales in, I've tracked this since August, so we have August, September, and now October sales data to really go ahead and analyze. So starting in August, the main features of what I track are the total number of sales, the total number of sales over $1,000, because that's when the floor starts increasing significantly, is based on how many sales are over $1,000. The total number of sales under mint value, which is basically seeing at how many are just given away for such a low price. The average sale price, because that shows kind of how much the average cow value might be around, and the total trading volume, because 10% of all that goes to DC, so we can see how happy they could potentially be with the project so far, as well as seeing how many cows are switching hands left to right, up, down, all over the place. So starting off in August, we look at the total number of sales. There are 279 sales in August. In September, we increased to 361. In October, we blew it out of the water with 554 sales. That's awesome. That's an incredible increase of sales. Additionally, in August, we had 19 sales over $1,000. In September, we had 51 sales over $1,000. In October, we had 101 sales over $1,000. We doubled the amount of sales. That's incredible. In August, we had 61 sales under mint. We had a ton of cows selling for $200, $250. It was so low. It was kind of sad to see. It was making me kind of nervous, not going to lie. In September, we had no cows sold for under mint value. In October, we only had 2 cows sell for under mint value. I don't include cows given away for $1 because usually those are transfers or those are giveaways from the space to people in the community. The average sale price for each cow was $550 in August. September went up to $815. In October, it went up to $849, which is only a $30 increase, but still a good increase throughout the year. I didn't know if we would increase it that much because we had a ton of sales, but not many were, compared to statistically, were over $1,000. But this one still showed that we had a good amount of sales above $1,000, which is incredible. The total trading volume in August was 153K. In September, it was 294K. In October, was 470K. That's amazing. That's $47,000 in 1 month going to DC, which isn't enough to fund the entire operation, to be honest, but it's enough to really show that it's increasing, it has growth, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hit $1 million by December next year, monthly, at least once. And the last thing is this last statistic. It's the amount of cows that were listed more than once. So basically, cows that have 2+, the check mark means that cows have 2+ sales, which means that this is not the first time they've been on the market. And I didn't track it for August because I didn't have the idea until September. In September, we had 86 cows sell more than once, and we had 175 cows on the market again in October, which means that cows are actually being hot commodities right now. They're trading. People are using them for investment things. People are actually making good money. I'm tracking how much they are being bought and sold for. Very few people are selling it for the same price or less. A lot of people are making like $1,000, $700, $900 off these things, which is just incredible to hear. All right. If you want to see this sheet, go ahead and the link in my description, or go to my Twitter. I post on Twitter as well. My Twitter is NFTinker, and I am only a couple followers away to hit 600. If you like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's move on to the next section of the video. So, starting off at number 10, this is the 10th best sale of October 2022 in the Batcowl community. If you look right here, is Batcowl 89607, sold for $2,499. It was a flip. It sold for $1,799 profit. The two rare traits about it is that it's a 1 mat cow. If you guys don't know, we found out and we started talking about this thing in speculation that the 1 mat cows are statistically more rare than a mat 3 cow, I believe. So might want to keep an eye out for these super slick, super low minimalistic cows if you like the aesthetic and the consistent color scheme of a cow. This is a 1 mat cow. and it has the classic steel blue, which is in the top 14% of it, Mat 1. Going forward, we have Batcowl 82610. It's sold for $2,750, which is a $1,500 profit for whoever flipped that. Congratulations. The rare traits that make this one good is a pudding purple brushed nickel. It's a 1 out of 5 trait, and it's in the top 1% for its category, which is the Mat 2. And radioactive green for the lenses, which there's only 140 of them, and it's in the top 3% for the lens trait. Moving forward, we have number 7, which is Batcowl 84379, sold for $3,000. It's a beautiful all-slick cowl. The rare traits that make this one valuable is a bat link network on the left ear. There's only 95 of those for a top 1% trait, and it's a pure black aesthetic. The reason why it's not a 1 matte cowl is because if you can tell that the Mat 1 is a very dark gray ballistic weave, and the Mat 2, I don't know exactly what that is, but it is not the same as Mat 1, so it's not a 1 matte cowl. However, it does keep the same color scheme. The lights on the eyes still play a factor into keeping the color scheme legitimate, so I would say this cowl definitely has a pure black aesthetic. Moving forward, we have Batcowl 88370. The sale price was $3,000. It sold for a $1,800 profit to whoever the owner was. Congratulations. And the rare traits that made this one worth the $3,000 is the Batlight pulse emitter on the top forehead. There's only 10 of them, which is a top 3% trait. The dark terrazzo, it's 1 of 5. It's also a top 2% trait. And the pelagic green enamel, which is 1 of 8. Sorry for not writing that down. 1 of 8, which makes it in the top 3% of its trait, which is Mat 1. Moving forward, we have Batcowl 88057. It's a nice camo cowl, sold for $4,000. Rare traits are the jungle camouflage 1 of 6, the top 2% trait for Mat 1. And it's a pure cowl. It's a single matte cowl, which again, as we talked about, has been selling pretty high this month because the nice consistency with the aesthetic fits a lot of different cowls. Next up, we have Batcowl 88681. Sales price was $4,000. The rare traits here are the charcoal Rebel 1 of 5 in the top 1.2% trait, and the Bat Sense infrared receptor, which is only 1 of 147, which makes it top 4% for its category. Next up, we have Batcowl 89595. It sold for $5,000. Rare traits are the Whiteout Geometric. It's 1 of 62, which is a top 2% trait. As you can tell, this is why the pure cows are kind of going for a lot this month. It's because if you look at the Mat 2 or 3 that's on the side of the cheek, that kind of takes away some of the beauty of that material that we were looking at. And it messes with the aesthetic. It's not the same color scheme. So the pure matte cows, only like not even 4 of them exist, or 400 of them exist, have been selling for high amounts this month because I think a lot of VV users, a lot of users from other people that came for the Superman drop came, joined, and they want a nice slick cowl, so they're going for the 1 matte cows. So that might be a new trade to keep an eye out for, guys. And this Batcowl right here is 80846, sold for $5,499. It has a rare trait of the Heliotrope Ignis, 1 of 3, top 1% trait for Mat 1, and it's again a 1 matte cowl. You can see how beautiful 1 matte cows are when there's no other traits on top of it. It really just blends in, looks gorgeous. It's a fantastic cowl, which is why I sold for $5,500. Next up, we have Batcowl 87315, sold for $5,000, and the rare traits it has is that nice background, Dark Knight's Return. It's the second most rare background, 1 of 16, top 1% trait for the Batcowls. And the next trait is a sharp blue force field, 1 of 3, top 1% trait for Mat 2, I believe. And if you look right there, imagine that cowl as a 1 matte cowl. Imagine how great that would look. This is why these cowls have been selling really well for Mat 1. And of course, the best sale of last month is Batcowl 83737. It sold for $8,000. It has a rebreather jaw, which is only 10 of them that exist in this collection. It's a top 0.09% trait. It has the ice white enamel, which is a top 2% trait, 1 of 6. And it is a 1 matte cowl. This is, again, 1 matte cowls are taking over Batcowls right now. If you have one, hold on to it, look at it, reassess its price in the market, because there's less than 400 of them that exist. So keep that in mind. Share my cowl to anyone who might want to buy a new cowl and help someone out pay their bills. So take care, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Like, follow, and subscribe. Check out this video right here if you're interested in seeing September's top cowl sales.